Global Outlook is a platform which enables SMBs and mid-sized enterprises to cut down their uh, costs, cut down their cost towards capex, which includes hardware, software, infrastructure, people to manage, specialists, and invest those resources and money towards their core functional activity. Towards, when I say core functional, it could be sales, it could be support, so forth, or development, and use these services from Global Outlook and be very productive. Now, having said that, now what do? We provide. Global Outlook has partnered with Microsoft and licensed some of their core important products like Microsoft Exchange, SharePoint, and Office Communication Server, which is now called Lynx. Now, Microsoft Exchange primarily provides email connectivity, and Microsoft Exchange, as I'm sure you know, has a market share of close to about 70 to 80%. So that's the reason we think it is very powerful, and then we license it. So it provides email, sets up calendars, sets up, you can store all your contacts, wherein you can access it globally, and all what is called, for example, it's so seamless that you enter a contact in your mobile device, that contact immediately goes and sits in your server, or you enter it on your laptop or desktop, it goes and sits in your server, and from my device I can access that. So that's the power of the Exchange. And similarly, we also provide SharePoint, which is primarily allows the enterprises to manage their data, store their data, and collaboratively work so that they're all productive. Like, for example, instead of you sending a PowerPoint presentation or a Word document to your colleague and then wait for him to rework on it, and then he sends it back. Now, what this allows is all that is kept on the server, this SharePoint, and collaboratively all of us can work and complete the task on time and be very productive. Another product we license is Office Communication Server, which allows people, enterprises, in the enterprises, associates can do instant messaging, do audio video chat, share the files, and because of that power of the Office Communication Server, enterprises can cut their costs. So all this can be done on the internet. So that's a huge cost, and yet be very productive. And now that we are working on the Lynx, which is a new product of Microsoft, that will add much more power and then become more helpful to the enterprises. We have close to about 70 enterprises right now, which brings in close to about 10,000 users on our platform. The market is pretty huge. That's why we are very upbeat, and that's why NAV Ventures is decided to invest in this, because of the global cloud and SaaS market opportunity. So because of that, what we are now doing is we are expanding. Not only all this while we were focusing only in India, but now we are trying to focus outside India, primarily US, because the market is very IT savvy. So we would like to go and invest there in terms of making more partners. We would like to drive through that to the channel partners. And similarly, Middle East, we already have partners and customers from the Middle East, and we would like to focus even in Europe. That is also an option. that is also an option where enterprises are using, but it is very well said in the market. As I said a little while ago, enterprise market Microsoft Exchange is primarily meant for enterprises, and whereas Google, it is generally said, is meant for consumers and prosumers or small companies. The difference is that in when you talk of Exchange, it is as a for example, I want to set up a calendar and set it up to my colleague, and my colleague accepts or rejects it or tentatively accepts it, and he can or I can later on change the calendar and send it to all the people who are invited in the first place. So that kind of seamless integration is not very smooth in Google. Thank you very much.